Christiane Amanpour, CNN, good evening.
Good evening, Jacob. Good to be with you.
I'd like to focus on Iran because it's the hottest issue here, of course, and given your experience and background, you have met Ahmadinejad and you interviewed him. What was your impression?
Well, you know, Jacob, having covered Iran for the last 20 years, just about, as a foreign correspondent for CNN, I've actually had the opportunity to interview many times exclusively and first all the presidents of Iran since the mid-80s.
Can you, or would you compare Ahmadinejad to other Iranian presidents that you have met and interviewed?
Well, if you want me to compare him directly to the previous president who I interviewed, Mohammad Khatami, who was a surprise reformist winner back in 1998, obviously the tone and the substance was very different. Obviously, President Ahmadinejad comes from the much more conservative and fundamentalist wing of the Iranian spectrum, and he has taken Iran's nuclear program as his main sort of political agenda, all the time saying that it's for peaceful purposes. The tones are obviously very different, and that's obviously evident when you interview them.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a major issue here in Israel. The international community looks from here to many Israelis. Yeah, to many Israelis, the international community looks as quite incompetent when it comes to dealing with Iran. Would you agree?
Well, no, I don't agree with that. I think that, you know, this is a very, very important issue. It's something that really has to be dealt with in the most rational and intelligent way. And I think all countries and all leadership in the region and here in the United States and in Europe and elsewhere is trying to figure out how to proceed.
Let me ask you about CNN's coverage of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict here. You know, Israelis in general strongly believe that they really get it unfairly having to deal with terrorism and wars on one hand and being hammered by the world media on the other hand, mostly, I think, because it's too complicated a story. Can you relate to that?
You know, my whole career has been spent in war zones and in the areas of conflict. And what I've learned is that you have to seek the facts and the truth and not to bring any kind of personal agenda or ideology or commentary opinion into these kinds of important events and into this kind of news reporting.
Yeah, but you know that here in the Middle East there's a huge, you know better than anybody that here in the Middle East there's a huge argument about the facts. What are the facts?
Look, you know, there is a huge argument about the facts, but essentially, you know, there is also historical and current reality. And I'm not on this program going to get into a political argument. I'm just going to tell you that we and our mandate is to report the news and to report the truth. And of course I regret when people think that we take one side or the other. And of course I would reject that, certainly for myself personally and for our network. And I seek to get the accurate story of what's going on.
Christiane Amanpour, I thank you very much, and I wish you good luck with your new program. Thank you very much.
Thank you.